Other than shouting back, what's the best thing to do if your boss screams at you about something you did wrong? I'd been working at Dan's Auto since I was 19, almost 10 years now. My boss, Rick, was basically famous for his temper. Dude treated screaming like it was some kind of management strategy. Most new guys didn't last a month. They'd get yelled at once and walk out during lunch break. But I stayed because I needed the money, and honestly, I thought that's just how jobs worked. You put up with whatever and collect your paycheck. This one Tuesday started normal enough. Customer brought in his pickup for brake work. Nothing crazy. But the parts delivery was late, which meant the truck wasn't ready when the guy came to pick it up. Rick was already pacing around the shop like a caged animal, checking his watch every 5 minutes and muttering under his breath. Soon as he saw me standing by the lift, he marched over and absolutely lost it. Full red-face meltdown right there in front of everyone. Started screaming about how I was incompetent, how I'd never amount to anything, calling me an embarrassment to the shop. Spit was literally flying out of his mouth. The other mechanics just stood there staring. The receptionist looked mortified, and the customer was still sitting in the waiting area watching this whole disaster unfold. For a split second, I wanted to scream right back. Wanted to throw my wrench down and tell him exactly what I thought of his management style. But something clicked in my brain instead. I just calmly wiped my hands on my rag, walked into the office, and grabbed every single piece of paperwork from the last 6 months. Order forms, receipts, invoices, warranty papers, everything. Walked back out and handed the whole stack to the customer whose truck was on the lift. "Sir, you see all these charges here? You paid for everything, and your parts are sitting right there. If you want your truck finished today, I'll take care of it right now. But just so you know, I won't be working here anymore after this moment." The customer looked shocked, glanced over at Rick, who was still standing there with his mouth hanging open, then back at me. "You're quitting?" "No, sir. I'm just done letting someone scream at me like I'm some kind of animal. I'll finish your job because you already paid for it. But after today, I'm gone." That customer didn't even hesitate. He turned to Rick and said, "If this guy leaves, I'll never bring my vehicles here again. And neither will the 10 guys in my crew who I've been sending to your shop for years." Rick's face went completely white. Started backtracking real fast, mumbling about how he was just stressed and everyone makes mistakes, but it was way too late for that. The other mechanics who'd been putting up with his screaming for years started speaking up too. One by one, they told Rick they'd walk if he didn't change his attitude. The whole dynamic in that shop shifted in about 5 minutes. Rick was suddenly the one looking scared instead of everyone else. That night, my phone started ringing. 3 different shop owners called me with job offers because that customer I helped had already spread the word around town about what happened. Small towns work like that. News travels fast, especially when someone finally stands up to the local hothead everyone's been complaining about for years. I took the best offer, making $2 more per hour and working under a boss who actually treated people like human beings. Meanwhile, Rick's shop lost half its business over the next year because turns out word really does get around when you're known as the guy who screams at his employees in front of customers.